On November 4th of 2034 is when we all started this journey together. All of these teams built up. Nobody really knowing who would be the top dog. We all had ideas. But ultimately, we had to let the action on the court happen for us to find out who was really for real. And this journey that we've been on for 4 months and counting, November, December, including the New Year's Six Bowl season, right before January and the conference season started. January, February, conference tournament week, and then March Madness itself led us on to a path where we saw many teams and many players potentially lock themselves into immortality and legendary status. All the names that we can mention, yet the only two that matter right now are Xavier and Michigan. One of these two teams is going to lift up the national championship trophy an hour or so from now and be able to call themselves the kings of college basketball and ultimately be the last one standing as we finish off this era and ultimately begin a new one. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada for the 2035 National Championship game between 3-seed Xavier and 1-seed Michigan. I am your play-by-play commentator for this one, Commissioner Daniel, and I'm happy to have all of you here now, and for those that also were a part of the ride and the journey up to this point. Joining me at the table here, I've got with me LSW Commissioner Pike, but I don't know who we have to the other side of me. I guess I'll let that individual speak real quick.
You got Coach here just for a little bit.
Fair enough. Well, first of all, Coach, congratulations on making it. I'm being here. What was that final practice like, just leading up to today?
It was excitement. Usually it's pretty intense in our practices, as you guys kind of know at this point. But this time they were all just really excited. I was proud of them, so there's no real reason to bark at them too much. But I think just generally they're excited for this opportunity, as they should be.
It is a grand one at that. No matter what happens, this is the first ever Xavier team to have made a Final Four and to be playing in a national championship game. I know it's all just numbers and titles, but what does that feel like?
Well, it's the second time we've made historic rounds with a program before, but it feels more special this time because I feel like Xavier feels like home to me. So it's a special feeling, especially for the kids. That's what matters in the end.
It definitely does. And Commissioner Pike, do you have any questions potentially for Coach here?
Well, Coach, it's been a very long journey, of course, from just making this Xavier team go from absolutely nothing to absolutely something here in the national championship. Of course, you have never won a national championship in basketball, but you've also never seen Xavier win a national championship in basketball. With the potential of claiming your first national championship and Xavier's first national championship, what are the nerves feeling like right now?
I'm not nervous. I'm not, because I think we've given it all we have. I think there's a nervousness, obviously, in terms of excitement, but I'm not anxious about it. Whatever happens, happens. We're proud of our team to get this far. No one had us here, really, in the first place. They didn't even make the tournament last year, so to be in this position in its own right is a gigantic accomplishment. So whatever happens here, it's just history and it's bonus points. So just happy to be in the history books, to say the least.
Coach, thank you very much for your time, and 100% we are, how do I say it, in awe of what you've been able to do, in such a short amount of time with this program, and the future seems very bright. But of course, the future doesn't matter. Tonight matters, and I'll let you get back with your team so that you guys can finish off preparations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, Commissioner, you and I, we have been on this long road, and it's been quite fun, isn't it?
It's been quite fun, of course. I unfortunately missed a good portion of this tournament, mainly because of, well, internet issues and all that. But, however, being here in the national championship, it is still such an honor to be here, and of course, seeing all the beautiful courts that, of course, we need to thank the guy who made these courts as well. Made the courts as well.
Shout out to David from the March Madness Legacy team. That's the team who has even made all of this honestly possible, just due to their work and being able to bring today's elements to college basketball, to this platform that is old enough to legally drive a car in the United States of America. And so we do thank them for all of their hard work. But now we got to talk about the potential hard work that we could see from these two teams, and specifically, how do they align statistically? Let's dive into it a bit. And if you have anything to point out, the floor is yours.
Well, the one thing that this Michigan team comes into this game is a very high defensive team. They are really good when it comes to defending the ball, defending their side of the court, and absolutely just shutting down passing lanes. It's been their bread and butter throughout this entire tournament, especially showing against Creighton in the Final Four round. And this team is a really dangerous team, especially on the three-point shooting. It is going to be their key to try and give at least someone like Jay Nash and Xavier Bohannon three-point shots as much as they can. Meanwhile, on the other side of the court, Xavier, last game, they really show that they're a good offensive scoring team when it comes to the early part of the game. Defensively, though, they got to get something going here, especially against this Michigan team who's going to be a very high scoring. But if there's any chance of them trying to shut down this team, tonight is a big night that they have to show what they can do on the defensive side of the ball.
Indeed it is. And yeah, like you said, these two are very close in terms of their statistics. Very hard to tell them apart. But, of course, it's all about matchups, as we have always discussed when it comes to moments like these and opportunities like these. But with that said, it seems like we are all ready to go. At last, we are ready to begin this final stretch to crowning a national champion. And for the last time, that little overhead view and the look above of this beautiful court and this beautiful venue here in Allegiant Stadium. And here we are, folks. Starting lineups for these two teams with Xavier, Daniel Franks, and Swiper Frost in the backcourt. Up front for them, Lucas Ingham, Amidjanovic, and Khalil Donovan. Meanwhile, for Michigan, Jay Nash and Simon Bohannon in the backcourt for them. Up front, it's Oleg Zelikov, Vladislav Golden, and Andrew Rodriguez. And we talked a good bit about every single one of those guys. But who are you keeping an eye on the most, would you say?
Jay Nash is going to be the biggest guy for Michigan. He is going to be the absolute shooter for this team. Meanwhile, for Xavier, biggest guy you want to look out for, Daniel Franks, the absolute clutch player on the shooting guard range. He is going to be an important factor for scoring here tonight.
Rodriguez already pulls up from mid-range and hits it. He had a big game against Creighton. He might still be on the gas pedal. Amidjanovic with a two-pointer of his own. Talk about replicating offense.
Yeah, but the biggest thing, too, about these two teams is momentum can play into their offense. Michigan, last time they were out against Creighton, as soon as they got a sniff of momentum and stopped Creighton, they won an absolute run in the first half and never saw them again. Xavier has got to work this early game for momentum, as in the second half alone, against Michigan State, they struggled. So early scoring for Xavier is going to be their key for today.
Oh, but right there, Daniel Franks tried to feed it a little bit half across the court there, but it was turned over. Rodriguez draws a foul on Janovic. Does not fall down, but as we already know, those first fouls, especially early on, they could play a role later.
Especially from where the personnel is. I mean, someone like Janovic is going to be a big factor for this Xavier team down low, of course, off the paint. But, however, partner, like you said, early fouls in a game like this, I mean, there is nothing more killing than an early foul in the national championship.
Now already getting free throws are the Wolverines, and Rodriguez makes them count. So here we go. Swiper Frost, of course, the former San Diego State Aztec, gets ripped right there. Jay Nash and Oleg Zelkov making it work. And a little give spot right there. And Jay Nash, easy layup.
There's that defense I was talking about with Michigan. I mean, the last time they were out, Creighton struggled with this defense because they could not get past half court. And inside the paint, just nothing went going for them. This team's got to watch out for them half court. But stuff like that, a good inside score there, that's what they have to do in every possession if they want to keep up with this Michigan defense.
Daniel Franks right there on the scoring play right there. To get a setup right there from the top of the key, too. Now, Wolverines are back to work, and they themselves mess up a bit. And Xavier has the ball right back.
Sorry, I just realized at the bottom of the screen it said Michigan was wearing green.
Yeah, we don't pay attention to that.
Oh,
Sangum draws a foul on Rodriguez, and that's his first.
Back and forth with the 2 fouls there, of course. And again, personnel is going to be the biggest thing when it comes to the foul trouble. As already both teams, Jonovich on one side and Rodriguez on the other.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 really big players for both teams already pulling off fouls.
That's the key. It's about keeping that down. We know both teams can get physical and also aggressive at the same time. Sangum gets both free throws right there, and now the pressure by Xavier on Jay Nash, and he'll handle it well. Here comes Golden, the counterpart to Jonovich, and of course I'm personally excited about that matchup. Oh, wide open shot for Oleg, doesn't make him pay. Rather rare to see that type of thing happen, but here comes Swiper Frost trying to work his way in through the contact. Oh, what a finish right there on Jay Nash. And Xavier has their first lead.
Yeah, of course, like we said before, Swiper Frost and Jay Nash, an absolute great battle. Even though Jay Nash does have the height advantage, Swiper Frost is still a talented player to pull off something like that. But a big turnover there, oh, they give it right back.
Yep, it's just back-to-back. Chaining on it. Oleg to Andrew. He wants to work his way in. He does through the contact and finishes the playoff. Khalil Donovan couldn't do more than that.
Yeah, these big fights inside the paint and even outside the paint just to try to put up 2 points going to be crucial for this game.
Oh, Jonovich fouled right there by Golden, and he sinks the shot. And he's got a chance for 3.
That looked like a very, very soft foul. Well, it looks like there's a bit of contact there.
Even if it's soft contact, referees will still call it. They are trained to do so, and that's what happened. And the 3-point play is, how do I say it, achieved. The Wolverines trying to work their way back up again. This post-free throw pressure by Xavier, trying to cause some discomfort here. Certainly doing so. Rodriguez, 2-ball, got it.
And Rodriguez got his feet planted by the time. He was still doubled up, so a really good play there by Michigan to pass it to him.
No, stepped away, and Golden picks it up. Golden slams it down.
Xavier just got to. This is the reason why Creighton struggled in their game in the Final Four. These turnovers off these passes.
3-pointer Khalil Donovan.
Ooh.
He hit that from the corner.
A huge 3.
Stuff like that is going to change games, especially.
Oh, it was out of bounds.
No, he was. They didn't see it, but I guess a ball don't lie moment right there as the shot was missed. Fade away 2-ball. Frank's working it in, dumps it off. Donovan comes up, I would say, too far this time on the shot. And audio's buffering a bit. Sorry for that. And it's turned over. Wolverines cough it up. Here's Sangum and his.
So far. So to cut you off, partner, big thing so far. No points from Xavier off these turnovers, but that could be a big moment. Yes, it does.
Another 3-ball from Khalil Donovan. 2 of them in back-to-back succession. We know his ability to stretch the floor. So dangerous at that. Oleg Zelikov, he got that 2-ball to go down.
It was a good fake too there, but now you need to get someone like Simon Bohannon or Jay Nash to hit a 3 to try to get the game back to the tide.
Well, Frank's tried a corner 3. He couldn't get that one to go down. We know how talented of a 3-point shooter he is. Now here's Simon Bohannon. That's a guy you think will do very well in this one. He rolls around the screen, bounce pass, Golden, over to Rodriguez. 2-ball by him, this time off the mark.
I get what Michigan's trying to do. They're trying to play more inside and just try to take this game slow and simple. Just put in easy plays, but stuff like that where you're missing all these shots is bad for a very long time, but that's a big foul.
Yeah, Khalil Donovan right there. Look, I think that is his
That's
first.
That's a second.
It's a second?
Donovan?
No, it's not.
Donovan? Oh, it's only first.
Jonovich.
Oh, sorry, Jonovich was the other one. Sorry.
Yep. No, you're good. But with Bohannon, I mean, when he's trying to go full speed at 6'7", that's a scary sight. First free throw goes.
It was important though, is that there's already 2 fouls on 2 starters within 6 minutes of this game.
Yes.
Big key.
It's an area of concern all of a sudden for Witherwolf and his squad. Now Swiper Frost gets around the attempted double team. Tries to go coast to coast with it. Nothing going there that time.
Yeah, they got dominated. There was 3 bodies there. There was no way he was getting past that.
The length that Michigan has is going to affect a lot of shots down low, so Xavier has to pick their shots better. 3-ball Bohannon on the spot. Doesn't get it, though.
That would have been a huge three. They would have handled it, though, but it seems to be off the mark.
Picked up his dribble and just decided to try it. One of the few times that Michigan doesn't have a better player in their pocket. They get it to Jonovich, though. Xavier, 2-ball doesn't go, and Nash gets the board. Look how fast they're moving. Bohannon just thinks better of it.
Played simple.
Golden falls short. He had Jonovich under the rim. And speaking of Jonovich, he gets that feed and he can't finish the play off.
Carter, one thing I want to point out real quick, one reason why Creighton was just so struggling the last game is rebounding. Michigan has been really good with the defensive rebounding so far in this game.
No offensive boards yet for Xavier. Rodriguez, 2-ball, got it. And the Wolverines lead again.
The important thing, second chance points. Exactly what you need in this scenario.
Oh, what a laser beam of a pass to Sangam. No, but there we go. We were talking about it.
It's always important to try to get off rebounds like that, especially scenarios like this where you got to play aggressive when Michigan has about 3 or 4 bodies down low trying to rebound on defense.
Now they're trying to pick a spot on the floor. Nash just always surveying the scene. Back to Rodriguez. He gets it to him that time. Can't finish the playoff, though. It was a good effort.
Nash almost got ball here.
Donovan through the contact. It finishes the playoff.
Jeez, that was aggressive. That was a near charge, too.
It was close. No whistle in either direction. Oleg sits at the top of the key. High screen by Golden. Draws a foul on Sangam, and he's going to get free throws. That's his first.
3 fouls and 3 different people for this Xavier team so far. Michigan's really spreading the attack against everybody here.
We're going to see some changes here. Khalil Donovan and Jonovich are going to come off the floor and get some rest. Dumas and Bashir Jihad are now in the game for Michigan. It looks like Golden was taken off, and Bobby Anthony, probably my favorite 6th man in this entire tournament, is now in this one. Good free throws there by Oleg, and it's a 1-point difference once more. As these two teams are still feeling each other out here. That's a deep 2 for Jihad, off the mark.
Shots like that are risky to take, especially from a long distance when you don't have a good shooter like that.
Rodriguez, another one. How about it? And just continue feeding the hot hand.
Yeah. Feed whatever you can. Just try and find the guy with the most fire under him.
Rifled it over. Dumas. Shot is off the mark.
Man, just you see it though. Michigan is just putting body after body inside the paint, not letting Xavier have any offensive rebounds. The only time you see it ever any offensive rebounds is when the ball bounces way far away. Big turnover.
Yeah, but right there they cough it up. Now here's Swiper Frost. Screen set by Jihad, rolls around. That's a foul right there on Anthony, and Swiper Frost is getting some free throws.
Yeah, the screen was actually really good screen. Blocked off 2 players from getting to the defense.
And a few more changes made as looks like Donovan is back in the game. But for Michigan, they bring on William Torres. Didn't see who else is in the game. I'll get to see it in just a sec. Good first free throw by Frost as we're tied up.
Got replaced.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep, Ali Khalifa is now in the game. Grad transferred from Notre Dame, so you know him a bit.
Ah, Ali Khalifa. I remember him.
Yep. And Frost is going to get an opportunity to rest. And Manny Thatcher is now in. An original Xavier Musketeer. He has been with them for all this time. And this is, wow, I have never seen Jay Nash get out of bounds like that. Bodied. No foul there. Refs let it.
It looked like it should have been a foul with how bodied he got.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Surprised about that, but maybe a ball don't lie moment right there with Khalil Donovan missing that 2 ball. Stars are out tonight, by the way. I'd just like to point out that Coach Wick of Maryland is also in attendance. He's the first-year head coach at Maryland. Shot is off the mark right there, though, for Khalifa. Oh, what a pass into Dumas. Big dunk.
Ooh, good play there.
Big-time dunk. My goodness, rose up with it.
Found the right area to go to there, leaving the door wide open with Michigan.
Oh, Bazelikov tried to force it to Bobby Anthony. And see, this front court of Xavier's is so experienced. Here's Dumas over to Thatcher. Back to Dumas. No way. That was close.
Looks like Michigan just making early mistakes there in the passing game. Got to get clean with it.
Simply put, keep it simple, but not to the point where it is telegraphed. Nash. Oh, that was close again. Risky. They got the ball back. Somehow gets it to Torres, and how he finished that play off is beyond me.
I'm wondering now is why they're not taking any risks with Jay Nash here for the 3-ball. He's the most efficient out of everybody here.
Donovan shot within the paint. It goes down for him. Quick response.
Kind of uncharacteristic.
Got 12 points in this one early on. Khalil Donovan has played a big role for them. Zelikov in the corner once again.
Gotta stop passing to the inside. If you get picked off once, why do it again?
Well, you think that Bobby Anthony has better positioning, but every time his defender gets in the way, but look at Jay Nash just making it happen on his own. Nash, layup, oh, it's blocked. Zelikov picks it up and nails the 2-ball.
Yeah, look. Beautiful run down there by Xavier to force the block. Beautiful.
Getting back on defense, and that second opportunity, just sometimes you can't guard him. Just like that, Dumas hits it.
I feel like so far in this game, Michigan has played soft. Is that just me, partner?
I don't know about soft, but definitely not up to their potential. Nash, missed shot right there, but Anthony gets the board, and that's Donovan's second foul.
Oh, that's a big foul then. It takes down one of the biggest guys on this Xavier team.
It does.
Keep him in.
Are they actually doing that?
I didn't see him come off the court.
We'll see in a sec. Oh, they took him off. We just didn't see it happen.
It could be in the back.
Nope.
Oh, never mind.
Nope, he's not. Bashir Jihad is now in the game as he should be. And the Wolverines also made plenty of changes, too. That's probably why we didn't see everybody, but there we go. Only a singular change. Rodriguez is now back in.
So far, pretty even for the game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Frost gets ripped
still
again. Bohannon doing the dirty work and finishing the playoff.
Wow. Again, Game's all about momentum here. Xavier's got to score here to keep Michigan from getting anything.
Hendricks, risky pass to Frost. He got blocked, but Jonovich is right there, and the baby hook goes down.
Great block, just cannot get him going here on defense. Gotta get
Rodriguez.
the ball back.
Finnegan Hale at the top of the key, over to Golden. Golden, oh my, what a block. And there's Provo just kind of beside himself with that attempt. But still Michigan ball. Hale actually transferred from FIU over the offseason. That's a 3-ball, Rodriguez!
What a 3.
And
Xavier's got an answer
Fuego
right back now. Oh, no.
giving up. Here comes Golden and the Wolverines. Golden dances his way in and scores 2.
This is exactly how Creighton fell last time. Michigan's starting to get a run. They're getting momentum building here. Xavier's got to score to kill it.
Frost draws the foul right there on Rodriguez, and that's number 2 on him.
That works. Force the foul. Put yourself in the position to gain 2 more. Just stop the run. And you take an important piece out of this Michigan offense.
For the next 3.5 minutes, Andrew Rodriguez will not be available to the Wolverines. Meanwhile, Swiper Frost still trying to find the groove. It is tough. You got to understand, for those that are watching at home, going up against a 6'7" point guard is a tough and tall task. But good free throws right there by him. Here's Nash, gives it up to Golden. As Xavier's now trying to make the Wolverines cough it up. Nothing going there that time. That was a risky pass though. Golden from Oleg trying to work his way in. He does. Draws a foul on Jonovich, and that's number 2 on Jonovich.
Xavier early foul trouble, mainly for the guys inside the paint. They're gonna suffer from that part when you still got this big of a man down low.
So now they got to roll with Dumas and Jihad, who are capable, but by no means are those starting 2 big men who now have to sit for the rest of the first half. And Golden comes up woefully short on the first free throw.
That's a big miss there, because, again, trying to make this a 4-point game, at least 2 possessions worth. I mean, that's important, but now only making it 1 possession. That gives Xavier a chance to try and tie this game up.
And even that one had a chance of missing, but a little bit of luck there on that one gets it to go. And more pressure on Frost. This time he handles it well. Coughed it up a couple of times early on. Here's Sengum. Wants to work his way in and is turned over. I look at the Wolverines. They themselves may be getting into their comfortable zone. Golden working in on Dumas. Golden, little hook shot. Doesn't go down. That was a pretty attempt, though.
Oh, that almost got turned over, too. Golden was right there.
Oh!
Oh, rejected.
Dumas got stuffed at the rim. Combined effort right there by those 2 Michigan defenders. And over to Jay Nash. 2-ball, no. Golden snags the board and doesn't get it, but gets his own miss regardless.
Yeah, Golden's not the cleanest of players when he goes to down low at the moment, but he's still putting in an effort to try and put some points on the board for his team.
Look at Swiper Frost
Big
working
foul.
his way in again, and that is a foul on Golden. Is that number 2?
Yes, I think that is number 2. It's either 1 or 2, but no, it's not. It's 1.
Well,
it is 2.
It could have been, because Khalifa is now in the game. So,
My goodness.
well, there have not been a lack of whistles in this game, and Frost misses a crucial one.
Oh, this is just, it's repeating Michigan State again. They struggled at the free throw line last time.
At least he gets the second one. And once again, Jay Nash has got to face some pressure as they try and trap him, and now it's Bohannon. Bohannon's going to get met by Daniel Franks. Over to Oleg Zelikov, 2-ball, he got it.
Partner, this is the biggest lead of the night so far.
for either side. And Xavier, because of that, I think that's why they're going to talk things over.
I don't blame him.
Now,
I don't blame him at all.
Now, question is just based on everything you have seen, what has led to Xavier being down by 6?
I think it just made well, the biggest thing is just the lack of offensive rebounds. Michigan's been dominating them on the glass and off the glass too. They can't get the rebounds that they want for second chance points here. But also another thing, turnovers. Xavier has been forcing the ball in areas where they should not be going to, and it's just turning the ball over and over. They got to clean up their game and pick better shots.
Both teams have honestly been struggling with that. We've seen Michigan, have their moments too.
Sorry to interrupt, but yeah, you're exactly right. Michigan's been struggling with shot selection as well.
Well, here comes the inbound for Xavier, as we have less than 2 minutes until the big break. Here's Sengum sitting in the corner. Finds Swiper Frost. What a beautiful pass.
Left him wide open. Nobody was there to guard him.
Goes great off-ball action. He got himself open. And the Wolverines just lost track of him. Now here's Nash over to Bohannon. Over to Oleg. 2-ball Oleg. This one is off the mark, and Jihad gets the board.
Really, Michigan, again, is just not taking risks here. They're not trying to shoot the threes. They got to at least take some sort of risk here. Being up by 4.
Franks over to Frost. Oh, another beautiful pass. Good link-up play between the two guards.
Bohannon or Nash needs to shoot a 3 here.
Nash pulls up from 2 and misses. Xavier's on a bit of a run here. And almost turned over. No, it is turned over that time. They did a bit too much. Now here's Oleg. Surveying the scene. 40 seconds left in the half. Oleg wanted Bohannon. He turns it over. Here comes Swiper Frost. Nash slows him down. And he's just trying to get physical. He does. Oh, what a block by Bobby Anthony. Bobby Anthony saved points right there. Swiper Frost got 3. And shot clock is off, but Daniel Franks reaches in on him. So it gives Michigan an opportunity to breathe.
Yeah, big opportunity to breathe, but also that puts another foul and just another starter for Xavier.
It certainly does. 16 seconds left on the clock until we all get to rest. Nash over to Bohannon. Faces up Franks, and he'll dribble out. Not much is going on. He's going to take a 3-ball. Misses it. There's a chance here. They can always one up. They do, and falls short. But either way, that was a fun first half between the two teams.
Really was.
Only a 2-point difference between these squads, as what we all were hoping for is still on the table. The fact that it is still a ball game and that we don't have a clear-cut leader.
There's the biggest thing, that, in my opinion, partner, is Michigan has been really scoring off the turnovers. Xavier has failed to do that thanks to Michigan's defense. But the biggest difference between the two, Michigan is struggling with a pass selection. They're passing it into turnovers a lot, especially in the first half. They got to clean it up. For Xavier, they just got to make a better shot selection and rebound the ball a lot more. Second chance points has to be their key in the second half alone.
They will indeed do so. But starters are back in for both teams, even those on 2 fouls, as we see the halftime stat leaders at this point. And Xavier opens up with a mess. Here come the Wolverines. Bohannon over to Oleg. Oleg over the outstretched hands of the Xavier defense, but still can't finish the play off.
And again, this Michigan team has done one thing differently from their game against Creighton. They're not as aggressive on the 3-point shooting.
I wonder when they'll start going to that. That's the one thing. Jonovich, oh, what a beautiful fadeaway 2-ball.
Absolutely was. Good shot selection there. Good pass in. And just a well-timed shot.
Jay Nash surveying the scene. 3-pointer put up and is blocked by Swiper Frost. Frost lays it in.
Step up. That was I'm going to be honest, Punter. That was a dumb play. I don't know why Nash stepped up into Frost.
You didn't think much of his height, I guess. It's an error. Bohannon 3-ball. No. Rodriguez got the board, though, and it will roll out on him. Good first minute and a half here for Xavier. Khalil Donovan now back in the game. Somewhat fresh. Sangam. Frost in the corner over to Khalil. Donovan 2-ball. No. And Golden gets the board. The Wolverines almost 4 minutes without points. Going back to the first half. Rodriguez 2-ball. Misses it. That scoreless run is going to continue.
Bohannon was wide open into the corner.
Frost 3-ball in rhythm. Oh, doesn't get it. Could really made the Wolverines pay right there. Zaman sizing up Daniel Franks. Transfer from Wake Forest. Golden 2-ball. Got it. Finally, Michigan's got points. I'll tell you what. For how long Michigan had a scoreless run for 3-pointer. Donovan! What a shot! That's his third 3 of the game.
Xavier's taking an aggressive route here. They're just trying to build up points here. These 3 points by Xavier can hurt Michigan in the long run.
Oleg at the top of the key. Over to Zaman. Zaman, corner 3, got it.
Great answer.
And here we go. Have the shackles finally come loose? Jonovich misses. Donovan collects and what a slam! Jeez Louise, that's a grown man's jam. Nash's pass over to Golden. Too much traffic there.
Yeah, just again, mistakes in the first half. You're forcing passes that should not be going down.
Frost almost had that hook shot to go down. Almost. Wolverines seem a bit stagnant. Here's Oleg trying to work in. He does. Whoa, what a shot.
Oh my. That man's ankles.
Oh my. He sent Lucas Sangam the other way. Franks, bounce pass. Oh, what a pass over to Sangam. Easy dunk.
And Michigan's just playing too much man-to-man. They're trying to force too many bodies on a particular side of the court, but they're leaving an extra person wide open.
Nash once again serving the scene. Steps into a deep shot. Doesn't go.
Jay Nash has been cold this entire game almost.
Now it's Franks trying to work his way in on Bohannon, but gives it up to Sangam. 4.5 minutes through or into the second half. Xavier seems like they got a bit more gusto to them. Oh, rebound there by Jonovich on the offensive glass.
Xavier is completely working exactly what they were struggling with the first half. They're putting more bodies down, literally trying to battle against this Michigan glass defense.
Nash over to Bohannon, 2-ball, goes down for him. It was a contested look, but when you're 6'7", sometimes contest doesn't matter. Donovan, 2-ball, got it.
Easy 2-ball, absolutely got his feet playing and everything to make that shot look so easy.
Nash back to Bohannon. This time over to Rodriguez, 2-ball, got it.
Rodriguez back on the court after having to sit out for the last 3 minutes of the first half.
Probably more than that. Jonovich 2-ball, and we're just going back and forth.
Yeah, both teams catching fire. Nobody can slow it down. Of course, it's all going to be about who's going to be the first team to fall.
Exactly. Who will be the first to falter? Nash over to Rodriguez. Risky pass. It doesn't pay off, though.
And 2 guards wide open again for Michigan.
He's not reading it correctly. Oh, was almost turned over, and it ends up being Janovich's easiest 2 points.
God, Michigan, what are you doing? Defense is letting up. They're getting good blocks, but they're not getting the ball. On offense, you're just making bad passes.
Oh, what a shot right there by Oleg, though.
I'll take back what I said there, but still, it's been their issue all game long. Bad passes.
Crossed over to Sengum. Over to Janovich. He has been hot, and it continues to do so.
Michigan personnel down low and trying to block is just not working.
Nash. Back to Bohannon. Over to Oleg. Another fadeaway 2. No, but Golden gets the miss, and he misses the putback.
Michigan has gone cold.
Sengum, shot missed though. Here comes Jay Nash and the Wolverines.
They got to get something to get themselves back under a little bit of fire.
Oleg over to Andrew. Now working in on Donovan, and that will bounce in for him.
Good start, good start. A big defensive stop here, a turnover or something. It'll be huge for the Wolverines.
Sengum unloads a 3-ball. It's off the mark. And again, Xavier fans have been hoping for his 3-pointer to show up. It just has not so far in this tournament.
Where's Michigan? That's what's odd about this game so far. Sengum hasn't shot any threes. Or Sengum hasn't hit any threes, nor has Jay Nash. Oh, turnover!
What a block, but no! They can't recover it, and Donovan, easy jam!
Another one, Michigan! They make these great blocks, but they can't recover it. Another wasted opportunity.
Nash over to Rodriguez, back to him, and he misses once again. He's cooling off.
They're feeding the same guy over and over. It's not working out for them. They got to switch it up.
Now to Donovan, another dunk by Khalil Donovan.
Wide open.
Wolverines have gotten a bit stagnant here. Nash over to Oleg. And the Bohannon hook shot goes.
Xavier's been holding on to this lead now for a good minute.
And another Khalil Donovan dunk. Are you kidding me?
I don't know who's trying to defend Khalil Donovan, but they are not doing a great job. Reach in.
Oh, reach in on Swiper Frost. All Xavier starters have at least a foul. Don't know what that will entail in the last 7 minutes of this game, but I'll tell you what, there is something there for the Wolverines to exploit. There's something.
They're not taking risks. They have Jay Nash on court, but every 3-pointer he's taken, he's stepped up and get blocked for it.
Bohannon over to Khalifa. 2-ball. Khalifa got it. Maybe it is the bench that'll provide that fire. It has happened on multiple occasions for the Wolverines where the bench has provided big minutes. Jihad, 3-ball doesn't go. Look how fast they're moving.
Yeah, we'll see how much time it takes them to do it because the clock is still winding down and it's not on their side.
Oleg steps into a 3-ball, doesn't go, rebounded by Jihad.
He has been so inefficient when it comes to the 3-point shooting this entire tournament.
Well, before this game, he was shooting 50%. He was their best 3-point shooter. Dumas gets the offensive board. And that, you were talking about how good Michigan has been on their own glass. It has started to break down a bit.
Yep, Xavier's figured it out. They said they need to put more bodies down low. Nash just needs to take a shot here. Just step back, take a shot.
Well, He's doing all this by himself. He only got one screen off. Oh, what a play right there, and one by Jay Nash.
Oh, I thought it was a charge foul.
No, it is an and one. He got fouled right there by, I think, Dumas. I'm not sure. But either way, changes.
That's a huge this is a huge three-point play opportunity.
Yeah, and we go back to talk about how do I say it? How non-influential Jay Nash has felt in this game. 2 for 9 definitely speaks for it. But now changes made. Antoine Killingsway now in the game at point guard. And Dumas now rolling in. Draws a foul on Rodriguez and one!
Answer right back.
Cameron Dumas off the glass and in. The junior transfer from Fairleigh Dickinson. What a play. Killingsway over to Finnegan Hale. And they're trying to catch him in a vulnerable position. They do. Oh, but they give it right back. Less than 5.5 minutes to go in this game. Anthony, 2-ball, does not go down for him. Here come the Musketeers. Sangam, 2-ball, no. Donovan with the board, and he misses the putback. Here comes William Torres with Michigan. Killingsway. Bounce passes, turned over.
Just take the 3 shot. I'm sorry for my frustration. It's frustrating. Michigan has been known for three-point shooting, yet they've barely done that tonight.
Dumas just slammed one down on the opposite end. Anthony Quick, 2-ball, finally goes down. And Frost runs through Killingsway, and that's a charge. Finally, seemingly something going Michigan's way. But there's only 4.5 minutes left in the game. And this Xavier team hasn't relinquished a lead this late yet in this tournament. Nash trying to work on Frost. 2-ball. Spins out on him. But Bobby Anthony can't finish the playoff. He had it. He had it. Jonovich over to Frost. Swipa gets the screen, rolls around, draws a foul on Oleg, and free throws coming. And Vlad Golden's going to re-enter the game for the last 4 minutes. He free throws right here. Frost hits his first one. Xavier is up by 10 with 4 minutes to go in the ball game. In the last game of the season for the national championship. Golden over to Nash. And over to Oleg. To Rodriguez. A little bit of hot potato here. Oleg got ripped, but gets his own ball back. Back to Oleg. Facing up Sangam. Moves inside. Misses. And Jonovich with the board. The Wolverines have not utilized their greatest strength. Tipped away, still in the hands of Jonovich. Frost commanding the play over to Sangam. Hook shot, Sangam, it falls. Three minutes left. Oh, what a pass into Rodriguez, and he's finished at the playoff. Time is ticking on the Wolverines. All that Xavier has to do is just keep it clean. Keep the play clean. Good pass into Frost, but he misses the shot. Wolverines got to act with urgency. Nash working in. 3-ball. Doesn't go again. It was a great effort, but again, not utilizing his teammates. Donovan screen set for Axel Hendricks, but he gets blocked on the layup attempt. Defensively, Michigan is trying to keep themselves in it. And pass inside, a terrible one. And Frost works it to Jonovich. Off the glass and in. Less than 2 minutes to go. Xavier up by 12. Bohannon deep three. Big three. Finally. They're going to need a few more defensive stops, but Frost gets around. Finally caught up to Donovan. 2-ball. What a shot. Time is running out on Michigan. They got to move quickly. Nash. Oleg over to Bohannon. Bohannon 2-ball way off. But Golden gets it and draws a foul. That's on Jonovich. Barton, are you there?
I'm still here.
You haven't said a thing.
Yeah, I know. A lot been going on here.
I got you.
Been back and forth. Not really a time for me to speak.
I see. Michigan wants any sort of chance. Golden's got to hit both free throws here. Gets the first one. And Golden will get both. Frost takes it up. All that Xavier has to do is just avoid turning it over. Frost, look at him. Look at the work that Swiper just put in. What an individual play. Less than a minute to go. And Michigan's just not moving at the speed they need to. Nash 2-ball got it. And at this point, all they can do is just hope that Xavier misses a free throw or two. And on multiple occasions. This is probably going to get Swiper Frost to the free throw line at some point. And Oleg is on 4 fouls. Oh boy.
Yeah, I just don't know if there's enough time to do anything.
And Oleg's done. Now Swiper Frost at the line. Talk about big time players and making and putting in big time performances. That's this guy. Oh, but he comes up short on the free throw. Hang on a second. Hang on just a second. It ain't over until it's over. What?
Yeah, still plenty of time, but you have to hit a 3. There's not an option anymore. You got to hit a 3 here.
What in the world? What would you do? Who would you get the ball to?
Well, the problem is they haven't been utilizing either Bohannon or Jay Nash the entire time. But the problem is you have to go to one of them. You have to go to one of them. I still don't understand why there was no even action towards those two guys all night long, or even trying to just shoot threes. But now it's an opportunity where you have to shoot a 3 with either man.
Oleg Zelikov is also no longer in the game for them. So that's another weapon that they don't have. Finnegan Hale's capable, but they got to find one of their stars. There's Jay Nash over to Hale. Hale with the 3-pointer. Oh, we got it. And they'll inbound, but time is going to tick off. I'd foul him right here. And there you go. Jay Nash does the right thing. Wolverines still have a chance, but Frost needs to miss for their sake. This time he won't. Frost gets both this time. And Michigan is going to talk it over again. The issue is the margin. They are. We have seen it. Finally, we have seen it. They are capable of hitting threes. They are capable of drawing up a good play. But it's all a matter of time.
Yep.
Just to answer this out loud so that everybody knows that yes, we do have a Discord server. It's low-key kind of dead right now, but maybe over the off-season we find a way to revive it. Call of Duty Black Ops Zombie style. And here we go. One more time, Michigan gets an opportunity to still give themselves a chance, some way, somehow. But that time is taking off. The shot clock is off. Hale over to Nash. It was a good pass in, good finish. But all they did was get back to the same point. Now only 22 seconds just about left, and Frost is going back to the free throw line.
I get it. You're just trying to keep the score going, but man, I've never seen such underutilizing.
But I thought that with how they played against Creighton, that they figured that part out, but they just haven't. Oh, they're not even going to call a timeout. They just got to go. Nash breaks away. That's a three-ball Bohannon. Got it. Got to get him back there. All of a sudden, Michigan firing away, and Jay Nash is on 4 fouls.
Piper's got to miss again.
If this is a bonus. No, it's not. They're in the bonus plus.
Oh, no.
Seven-point lead for Xavier. Michigan this time is going to call a timeout, but so little time left. Never say never. But the odds are not in their favor. Not at all. Man. Look, we can sit here and say that the Wolverines didn't utilize their three-point shooting more, and they've definitely done it a bit too late. But I think we can also give credit to Xavier for that. They needed to guard that perimeter, and with aggression too. And they did that. They did that. No other way about it. Xavier did their job. But my question to you is this: do you think that even with Xavier having guarded the perimeter so heavily, do you still put some blame on the Wolverines for
Yes.
not going to that shot more?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you have Jay Nash, who completely was the three-point shooter against Creighton. And in the first half alone, he shot 1 3-pointer. 1. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable coaching.
12 seconds left. Golden at the top of the key. He's just got to let it rip. He's got to let it rip. Somebody's just got to put it up. Hale, 3-ball. No! And that's it! There's not going to be enough time. Khalil Donovan, rightfully so, gets to put the finishing touches on this ball game and the 2035 season. And folks, just like that, Xavier are national champions for the first time ever. What an incredible season. History made. Motions all over the place. Jonovich is going to get to cut the nets down and lift the trophy, ultimately. What a season. And what an incredible game that we had. Ultimately, only one of these teams could finish their story. And wow. And just like that, it looks like we've wasted no time in getting Coach Witherwolf over here. Coach, I'm just going to let you have the floor.
I can't even begin to speak. I was just crying over there, even with Singham. I can't stand him, but hey, he's a champion now. You know, we're going to make rings. I don't even know what to say, man. I'm so happy.
Incredible.
I can't even believe it. That's the 3 seed, man.
What a journey. I mean, you talk about will, grit, and just pure determination. And your team showed that. You guys were down 40 to 34 somewhat before halftime. And that one timeout you guys called, I mean, what was the message that sparked your guys?
Look, I just told them it's a few minutes for everything. It's a few minutes for history. If you want your names written down, we want people to remember you, especially Jonovich and Frost. They really took that message to heart. They went out and they got it done. I'm just so proud of these guys. You know, we're so hard on them in the offseason and in practice and through the regular season, but that's all for these moments. And they'll appreciate that now. That they're champions, and several of these guys are going to get to go to the NBA or the LBA and make their mark. I'm happy for them.
I'm a bit stunned a little bit, just because it's still, you know, even if the result was different, just the story behind it, you know, just getting here is incredible. But
yeah,
not many get to say that in their first season with a program that they get that they go all the way. I'm trying to remember the last time that this has happened. I guess Wells in Oklahoma, but that's really the last time. And that is a good bit. So, but it's not necessarily that. It's also just like, because there's more to your story too, and more to your journey as well. I mean, Liberty and Oklahoma State. I mean,
yeah.
It's what do those places mean to you, especially with now having seemingly, how do I say it, learning something along the way from each place. I can only imagine you've picked up on things as you have gone through season by season.
Well, each team teaches you something, you know, and I miss Liberty more than anyone else. Obviously, Oklahoma State's my alum, but I don't know. There was something special about Liberty where you learn you can take anything and make it into something if you have the right pieces and the right mindset. Obviously, we took that team to heights that I don't think anyone ever predicted. And I was looking for a team where I can do something similar. You know, Oklahoma State's a fairly big program, high expectations. I wanted to go somewhere where I felt like the fans deserved it. And Xavier is one of those programs. You know, they've been in these positions and they've been hurt before. They've been knocked out of the first round. They've been high seeds. But I saw something here, just like I saw something in Liberty. And man, I think the number one thing that you learn is it's going to be all about culture. in basketball. It's all about culture and having the right mindset game in and game out.
Well, the culture definitely prevailed in this case, and when when it was needed most, your guys stepped up. They stepped up and made some big plays. And there's one man in particular who just was having an up and down tournament, more so of on the downside of things. And he how do I say it best? He was your most important guy. He was your best performing player, and he is the national championship's most outstanding player, Khalil Donovan.
Khalil Donovan, look, he struggled with fouls, but that's because when you look at players on the court and you ask which on this team cares the most, you'd have to point at Donovan. He gave the most effort, got him in foul trouble every now and again. But man, we wouldn't be at the national championship if it wasn't for him. And so you got to say, such a good pickup for us. He was one of the last second pickups that we had. Man, I'm just so proud of everyone on this team. Truly, good for Donovan. I'm just glad Singum didn't get it. He doesn't deserve it. He still has a ticket to the Republic of the Congo. So, but everyone else is great.
This wouldn't be an opportunity in time with Coach World the Wolf if there wasn't some sort of dig on Sengum. But just to get back to Khalil Donovan, I mean, 29 points, 14 rebounds, 12 for 17 from the floor. He hit every single three that he attempted. I don't know if I have seen a better individual performance in a national championship game setting in regards to that.
Yeah, he balled out, and don't forget Frost as well. He was incredibly good. Those two really led us to victory. Franks was kind of average per usual, but they really balled out, and they got what they deserve, which is a national championship. So I'm happy for these guys. They're going to go do great things in the LBA, and we're coming back next year too. Don't count us out. There's been a couple near dynasties in this league before, but we're coming for it. So yeah, man, just 1 year and we're done. No, we're taking a few years to be at the top. So go X-Men. Thanks, guys. I'm going to go celebrate with my guys. So I'll see you later.
Thank you for your time, Coach, and congratulations again. Now,
thank you.
Of course. Now, before we ultimately end off the this broadcast and ultimately put the lid on the 2035 season, Commissioner Pike, I'm going to let you have the floor and just speak your mind about what we saw tonight, or just about anything else from before.
Well, I mean, the first things first, I just want to say real quick, I kind of feel really bad for Coach Provo. This is now the second year in a row where he's made it to the national championship, and he has a really decent looking team, and he comes up just short because of a Big East team. Again, I feel very bad for him, and I honestly just feel like he could have deserved a lot more, but this Xavier team just showed exactly why they wanted to play for the national championship, and it showed exactly what they wanted, and they showed business tonight. They showed exactly what they needed to do, and they did exactly what they wanted, and they got the W for it.
Yeah, they did, and again, yeah, this is another thing with Provo. Just two times in a row where he fell short in the final game, and it blows. But the one thing that I would want to tell him, if he is still listening along, everybody goes through their own trials and tribulations. Some people don't even get to sniff a Sweet 16 or Elite 8 in their first 3 seasons, and this guy has has done so in each of his first 3 seasons as college basketball coach, and I think that he can get the job done. Just a few things didn't go their way today, which is unfortunate, but 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 Michigan is still on the right track with Provo. They have the right guy at the helm. They're gonna have to just recoup. This is tough. It's a heavy defeat, but one way or another, you're going to get to the top as long as you just keep sticking with it. And with with Michigan, right? They've been there, done that before. So, you also can't count them out just because Xavier won it, right? And they could potentially go on a run themselves. It's true. But Michigan has been here for forever, and it's one of those things where there is room to grow still. I mean, like, this is year 3 for him, and he's made back-to-back national championship games. Hasn't won a national championship, but has made back-to-back games, and this is just something where maybe the best is yet to come, and I truly do believe that for him. So if my message to Provo is just this. How do I say this best? When it comes to tonight, just learn as much as you can from the letdown, or however you'd like to call it. Use that as fuel to the fire for over the off season. Build the type of team that you want to have. Build the type of team that you know will be good for how you run your basketball team, and ultimately just make sure that they're great locker room guys. That's the best way to get back to where you want to be and ultimately succeed. You got to have the right team. And so living proof of that is teams like Xavier, Marquette, Tennessee, and Iowa, Oklahoma. Those champions from this era that is now being closed or being ended right here, basically. They all have something in common. So this is a big learning moment for everybody. But I think ultimately, at the end of the day, it just simply comes down to sticking with it. Just because you're almost there a few times doesn't mean you give up. That doesn't mean you're not destined to win it in the end. That's not the best way to look at it. And I know he's been through a lot with these near hits, right? Even as a coach in football, he made it to national championship game and fell short there. But it's one of those things, right? If I remember correctly, as head coach of Michigan against Oklahoma State in their second matchup, they got kind of handled. They got kind of handled a bit. But OK State team, that was a dynasty, and there's nothing you can say about that. They were just nuts. And then Marquette just simply ran away with the game from the get-go. Michigan was playing catch-up the whole time last year, but this time around they had it. They didn't do a few things right, and so I know this is one of those things. It's like he just can't get it, but he's getting closer if you think about it. He's much closer than anyone else, really, especially this season. So that's something that should definitely be taken into account. And I know I'm talking a while, but I saw some things on social media, so I was hoping that this message would reach the correct person in that regard. That's all. So, but I guess if you have any final thoughts on the season overall, Commissioner, I'd love to hear them.
I honestly got nothing, to be honest.
That's fair. That's fair. All I can say is I am thankful for those that have stuck with us throughout the entire way, throughout from start to finish. All of these seasons that we have, they're all how do I say it? They're long. They test everybody, and they test your character, your will, strength, and everything. And even if there was only one team able to lift the national championship at the end of the night, everybody that, first of all, that made March Madness, pat on the back. Pat on the back no matter what happened to you. Just to be able to say you were a part of March Madness, you were there. And that's still special. That's still special because almost 300 other programs cannot say the same thing. So it's a special thing. But in regards to next season, I think it'll be special just because now all of a sudden we're kind of hitting the reset button. Kind of, because it's not a full reset. We will still have some returning players here and there. Like, for example, Xavier starting point guard, Swiper Frost. He's only a junior. Man, this guy's going to be back. So there's a prime opportunity for Xavier to make yet another deep run, probably, because that guy's a good leader. He's a great leader. And for Michigan, a guy like Zaman Bohannon, he's going to be back. And so so this is just one of those things. It's going to be a soft reset, and we're going to see where everything goes from here. I'm excited for what this offseason can bring, because there are a lot of question marks that need to be answered. We can do all the too early top 25s that we want, but it's all about what happens once recruiting opens up and everybody gets to see where they fit best. Let's put it that way. So we have a lot to look forward to, and we definitely have a lot of new things to look forward to as well, because of the incoming changes, which honestly are pretty big, but they're not too big for everyone. It will be just fine, I promise. But thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being with us on this journey. I'm strongly considering off-season podcast type shows, probably on just YouTube. I think we're gonna move on from Twitch potentially, maybe not. Don't quote me on it, but I think at least for the shows that I want to produce, I think we'll definitely have to move it to YouTube just to avoid ads. I don't want to put that on you guys. But thank you guys again for being with us. I hope you all have a great weekend. Activity check will start right before I hop offline. And yeah, hopefully I will see all of you active throughout the off season. Take care.